This number will need to be tripled by 3, say 9,000 turbines to keep the lights on. Over 4,000 kilometres of new haulage roads and over 100,000 hectares of remnant forests to be impacted upon with this rollout. Starting to the south of the state of Queensland, we've got Bottle Tree Wind Farm. Moving over to what we've got here is McIntyre. We've got Captain's Mountain. McIntyre Wind Farm, the bulldozers are in there right now. That's a very, very big wind farm. A number of solar factories in there, up around Chinchilla. Moving into the Bungaban near Taroom in central Queensland. We only found out about this wind farm about 3 weeks ago, and then it went straight to Plebiscite 2 weeks ago. So we've had no capacity to comment. Wambo Wind Farm, the Cooper's Gap is operational. Iron Leaf Wind Factory. Yeah, and then heading over to Tuan Wind Factory on the Sunshine Coast. Most residents would not know about this one. It's massive in scale. That was the first wind factory where the state government overturned legislation to build wind factories inside state forests, which is a bad precedence. Moving into Stony Creek, this is a shocker on a really beautiful mountain range, remnant forests. Should not be going ahead. I don't have the footprint for this Inverra wind factory, but I do have the locations of the turbines. Aldoga, there was classified of concern forest there. That was cleared a few weeks ago. The offsets there were a scam. Moving into Specimen Hill, this was approved by Plebiscite, or the federal government 2 years ago. This should not have been approved. Beautiful, beautiful range of mountains. The Caribou Wind Factory, mostly on cleared land there. Banana Range, I was fortunate to go up in a helicopter just recently. A nice range of mountains west of Rockhampton. Smoky Creek Solar Farm, again, a huge amount of land covered in glass. Collide, that is a magnificent chunk of range country. There should not be turbines going into that country. That's Upper Calliope, 2,700 hectares of solar, a massive solar factory which is going to be used as an offset for Rio Tinto smelters. Mount Hopeful was just recently approved by Plebiscite. Yellow-belly gliders, northern quolls, a magnificent range of mountains that should not be fragmented and blasted out. Boulder Creek, again, a wonderful remnant chunk of mountains. High biodiversity. This has been approved. We're expecting bulldozers into this area any day now. A disaster wind factory that should not be going ahead. Moving over to Moa Creek Wind Factory of ground truth here. Again, great remnant forests. This cliff line, all these ranges covered in turbines and roads. Roads up to 60 metres wide for cut and fill up the steep inclines and the steep gradients. Moonlight Range, a beautiful range of mountains again. Here we see Moonlight Range. I've been there, magnificent. Should be a national park. It's going to get carved up and smashed to smithereens. Moving over to the Boomer Range Wind Factory, in the foreground here is Goodadulla National Park. And hard up against that national park is the Boomer Range Wind Factory by Arc Energy. In that northern section there, of concern vegetation, wonderful vegetation, again to be fragmented. My best experience with greater gliders were in this part of the wind factory area. Moving north, Clark Creek, I flew over this a couple of weeks ago, and there is 4 bulldozers in there right now, smashing beautiful vine forests on top of this range. The most wonderful patches of forest left west of Rockhampton, harbouring the full suite of biodiversity and no sediment control, no erosion control, roads being pushed through. The northern section, particularly to the north up here, is sacrilege. It should not, these roads should not be going in there. That should all be national park. Beautiful range of mountains. Coming into Lotus Creek, there's 2 dozers in there right now. I hope to be down there soon, photograph this. A complete disaster, should not have been approved. Highest density of koalas in Queensland, highest density of greater gliders in Queensland. This should be the Great Koala and Greater Glider National Park of Queensland. The densities of koalas in here is phenomenal. I've never seen so many koalas in my life, and it should not be smashed to smithereens for a wind factory. Yungala and the Proserpine and Mount Challenger wind farm sites, people don't know the scale of that. There's about 300 to 400 turbines going into that country, into that hinterland behind Proserpine. Here we have solar factories, Karma, Hidden Valley. This is a new one we just found, Hidden Valley Wind Factory, joining the Mount Fox Wind Factory. This is wet sclerophyll forest, 55 wind turbines. This is a switching station that's been built. There'll be a BESS built next to that. This is country on top of the Seaview Range, the most magnificent country you'll ever see. Again, worthy of national park, earmarked to be smashed. This is the Upper Burdekin site. The biodiversity on this site, the endangered species list is off the charts. All this country beyond the Mount Fox crater, turbines, koalas, 3 gorge systems, hoop pines,